Hi guys, I'm your host Steve Elmy of the Homegrown Hunter TV. I'm inviting you to the Rack Stacker farm so that I can show you a couple of habitat restoration projects that I've done over the years that's increased my lower growing cover as well as my rabitat, or in this case that's what I'm calling it. But before we do so, we're going to go out and hang out with a good friend of mine, David Toole from Essex County, Ontario, where we go hunt an old tree farm that's absolutely littered with rabbits. I've also invited Paul Richardson from Richardson Pine Needle Farms to explain to us the difference in the trees that he offers to the public that you can also get your hands on to do any type of plantings that you may be doing at your farm. I've done these types of things on my property and seen some huge success both in rabbits and in white-tailed deer. As long as you provide food and cover at ground level, you will see the results. And then I'm going to take you to the field and show you what I'm doing to improve my habitat in the area so that I can, in turn, have the same success in my property with my kids in the future to come. Hope you enjoy the show. Homegrown Hunter TV has been brought to you by Rack Stacker brand products, Canada's leading big game attractants company. Campbellford Chrysler, a small town dealer with a huge inventory. And Huckabones Equipment, Ottawa Valley's Kubota dealer. And these other fine sponsors. The first part of this rabbit hunt began with a large breakfast at a local cafe that quite literally felt like Grandma's kitchen. It was great food. Dave was telling me that the day was going to start with a quiet walk around a piece of private property to spot rabbits sitting in their form. A form is where they sit in huddled position, collecting sunlight and hidden from predators. So what is that, a 20 gauge?
It's 12 gauge, 20 inch improved cylinder, Remington 870. I have duck hunted, pheasant hunted, rabbit hunted, everything. I got 2 barrels for this gun, so this gun is shot. Oh, it shot deer in Michigan even.
Nice.
Backed in. What they do is they feed, then they'll back into a spot. Now the sun's not up yet, which is a bummer. We wait a little later in the morning, the sun's up. They tend to they're like deer. They sit where they can warm up.
Okay.
Because it's been really cold. So.
We were hunting a private property that used to be an old tree farm. Dave had asked for permission before my arrival to ensure that the landowner was okay with me being there.
I'm going to walk, we'll do one side, and then I got to walk twice through the apple trees. Then we're going to head the outside, and we're going to look for things sitting in the edge in the sun.
Okay.
And then we'll go to kicking brush piles. If we don't find them sitting in the beds, whatever, we'll go to jumping them.
Okay.
Okay? So the shotgun. And once you get good at it, your head will just jerk, you'll spot them. Now a lot of times when you get eye contact, they know they got eye contact and they'll leave. A lot of times, just from you stopping, boom, they're gone. They take off. With a shotgun, that's not a problem. With a 22, we're trying to find them holding to their form.
So if we're walking around making a bunch of noise, is that going to spook them or are they just going to hold still?
Most of them get it, some are. So this kind of hunting is a mind you kind of compared to the normal, let's kick everything, get them moving. You're just hoping, you know, spot them sitting and
Well, this is perfect right here.
Oh yeah, and this is usually what they get under. So you're always looking for that form, or you might see a melted spot where one's been. Your eyes will pick it up. So
A variety of brush is important to hold rabbits, and this was perfect.
there's more snowing, so I can see the movement. She has a rabbit. She was giving me a run for my money, but I really didn't want to kill a rabbit that day. I wanted
Right there.
Okay, so shotgun, we would have had that one. It was right up in there.
Holy creep.
Okay. Did
That
you
was,
get that?
I got her. Yeah.
So we'll get that one later with a shotgun. No, but she was in here and she was scooting everything on me. I only had the 22 and saw 8. So
Yeah.
shot one. It was a good
Jeez, I looked right in there. I didn't see him until he took off.
They blend in. Now see that one's jumping. Now you can see it was tight in right there, right into where the branches bend over. We'll get him. Come on. That's just the start.
The search will continue as we try and take our limit of rabbits with the 22 cal.
Altan Safe Outdoors. You need cover for your hunt? Quick and easy ground blinds. Durable and safe tree stands. Your first front in the hunt. Get into an Altan Safe Outdoors ground blind or tree stand this fall. Visit altansafeoutdoors.com or find us on Facebook. Altan Safe Outdoors. Your first front in the hunt.
Welcome back to the Homegrown Hunter. The weather the morning of our rabbit hunt seemed perfect. We had a light snow the night before, which allowed us to see a lot of tracks from our quarry, and the heat of the sun would keep them out so we can get a spot of them.
You're looking for eyes, you're looking for that gray hair, you're looking for round, like they look like just a round circle in their form. Okay. Or sometimes they're backed in, you're looking for the eye. As the head blends in, you look for that black eye that just sticks out against all the brush. You're training your eyes to spot. Steve? Buddy!
I could see his eye, man.
Well, that's sometimes all you see. I taught a couple. I said, slow down, use your eyes before you use your feet.
Well, when I seen this guy, I looked, I said, that looks like an eye. And then I seen ears, and I was like, oh.
You want to shoot him? Oh,
You see him?
oh man, you just see that. I would go in front of him, but you might.
So right there, base of the tree to the right.
I'm gonna go sideways. So now we're taking a chance he's gonna run, but I want to head. I don't want to blow his meat. I want you to take good meat home for the kid.
Oh, he just tucked his head low, so he knows we're here.
All right, he's a coyote bastard. Dead. You can't blame him, right? Ready? Got him.
I'm on. Numero uno, buddy.
Okay, now I need to lift this scope up. I took a shot back there.
Right on.
You're taking that home for the family. Hey, we get to that.
I spotted my first rabbit. That was fantastic.
Sweet and set. Yeah, he done excellent. He's a quick learner.
Well, he said to look for eyes. I spotted the eye, and then I found some ears. I knew I was on something.
Good stuff, Steve. That's a good one. Good spot. Okay, before I go in, I'm going to see if there's any more nearby, because come February, because of mating season, you could have a couple sitting close by.
Okay, cool. The search had continued around this location that was only about 5 acres in size. It was surrounded by ag fields that provided food year-round, and cover was everywhere.
Oh, there goes a rabbit. I jumped one right out of here. He's under that tree. Those are the kind of spots that you wouldn't even think of. This would be a rabbit right in there. When did you see that happen?
A mix of fence lines, evergreens, shrubs, and the habitat for rabbits was the best I'd ever seen. We were able to walk around, talk, laugh, and just flat out enjoy ourselves. We were having a pile of fun. He's on the run, I can still see him. Yeah, he just jumped into the right where those two big cedars are. Oh!
I can see where he said you weren't going to get that one. I could have shot right away instead of waiting.
I think that was a different one, eh?
Well, this is a perfect cottontail form where one has bedded before, and he will come back, or she, and use it again. So you always recheck forms that you find. They're just back
Yeah,
in
it's just
there.
like a little cubby hole there.
Oh yeah, and it's melted. You can see. Just
Yeah.
and it'll use it again. So yeah, we got another form right here, right up against the tree. Got the sun on them. It's all melted.
Yeah, right next to the tree there.
Right there. Melted. And that rabbit will use it another day when I hunt here.
Well, once they're on you, it's like you said, like once they spot you and they know you're onto them,
Yeah.
they're gone though.
It's kind of like a bedded deer. A lot of times you spot when it's the second you stop, they jump. But if you keep walking, I've done it before, walk past them, turn, pull up on them, you got the shot.
Yeah.
But a lot of them, when you give them eye contact, they know you spot them. They're nervous and they're getting the heck out of dodge. Have we had a shotgun? Could have rolled 3 more if you want to do it with a shotgun.
Oh, we'd be limited out. We'd be at the truck by now.
We'd be done. So.
We're like 10 feet away.
I can't get a shot.
Right here you can.
I know, but I'm past there.
Oh, he's got his ears up. And he's about to wheel.
Yeah.
Is he gonna cross? Oh! Good job. Holy jeez, he was right there.
Right backed up under that.
I didn't even know what you were shooting at. See, I got a lot of throat.
Okay, we're going to the shotgun now. I didn't know where I was gonna.
Oh, there's shells now.
Oh, crap.
Was that 4 or 3?
That's 3.
2 at the truck?
Yeah, we'll do 3. We'll do 3 with the 22. We'll do 3 with the shotgun.
Sounds good.
Throw 'em at it.
Stay
Kick
tuned.
them out of there.
This will be the fun stuff.
Kick them out of the brush piles.
This is where they start to run. We have to keep on with
Buddy.
the camera. Thanks, man. That's
Yeah.
great.
Now that one was hidden. I thought it looked like a dark mark. That's why I stopped.
And all that is goldenrod.
Yeah, just bent over goldenrod or vine. So the vines hold it up off the ground. I mean, grapevines running wild, apple trees, raspberry,
I
wild
see
raspberry.
raspberry there, yeah.
Oh yeah, these rose bushes. They eat that stuff too. They eat the raspberries, they eat the rose bushes, they eat the apple trees. So it's food and cover all in one spot.
Bishop Lake Outdoors is located in Cloyne, Ontario, and is the area's full-line Browning gun and accessory dealer. Bishop Lake Outdoors has a large selection of guns to choose from, including muzzleloaders, rifles, shotguns, and even the authorized dealer of the one and only Excalibur crossbow. That's not all. A full line of top fishing brands are also available. Stop in and see the staff at Bishop Lake Outdoors. Dave and I wheeled back to the truck and broke out the shotgun to finish off our limit, but the footage was really tough to get as the rabbits were on the full run. When I got home, I was excited to get things going on my own property, with the focus being just rabbits, because I had had such a blast. As we are all aware, the habitat for rabbits continues to disappear. Fence lines are being cleared daily to make room for large crop fields. This much needed cover is very important when it comes to small prey like rabbits. I designated a 4.5 to 5 acre location south of my barn that was going to be restored to rabbit. I'm at a new site location here on the Rack Stacker farm where we're going to be doing a new forestation. I'm going to be looking at doing some smaller shrubs, some tall shrubs, evergreen and deciduous trees. Before I make any decisions on what I want to do, I'm actually going to go visit Paul Richardson in Pontypool, Ontario, where he's a second generation farmer for a nursery of trees. He does it in a unique way where he's adapting his kids into the same business so they can pass it on for generations to come.
The history starts back 1958. My dad started working here. He was actually working for a company in the United States managing their Christmas tree forest here, and they needed somebody to grow tree seedlings because nobody here really did a lot of except for the government. He started to grow the varieties they wanted for Christmas trees, like white spruce and Scotch pine and a bit of fir and things like that. The nursery slowly grew in size. After my dad passed on, I took over this part of the nursery here. We started growing other varieties. We changed a lot of things, and my wife and I, we also grow a lot more of the service berries, all kinds of the things that the birds and the animals like. In the last few years, we've doubled or tripled probably our sales in those varieties. So we're watching how the environment's working and we're growing with it. And I think that's an important thing to do as a nursery and to change as we have to change. Most nurseries use Kubota because they have the creeper gears, they have that type of tractor which is odd to get. So what that does, that goes under the trees. See it's shaking them up? Yep. So we don't damage the roots. And then that'll knock the soil off so we can just gather them. Just like humans, they grow different too. Kubota's the only one that'll diversify. Like you can use it for a lot of the machinery that is used in our industry, and that's why a lot of the nurseries you go to use Kubota. Because it's burned here, people think it's dead. No, people panic too much. Trees have lots of time in their time. So this tree here, the buds are fine, and look at all the new growth. Look at all the new roots shooting. And that tree's gonna be fine.
Perfectly healthy.
Yeah, perfectly healthy. And the other way you tell, you break a bud and look at how green it is. See?
Yep.
So there's a tree most people would think was dead, and it isn't. So you got to give trees time to react. But if I was in a supermarket where people buy a garden center, they would move this out of the way. Here I don't. I let people actually see it so they understand.
Yeah.
Because most people don't understand that. I'll put it in there with that one too.
After consulting with Paul, I got home with white spruce, white cedar, and I started the work of planting trees to create low cover for these rabbits that were going to be born here. When we return, we're going to help a local farmer out with the kids in trapping rabbits. Take life to a whole new level and look good while doing it. HD fast wheels and Falcon tires are the perfect combination to make your truck look awesome and take you to the top. HD Series Fast Wheels is a Canadian company that has a vast selection for your off-road vehicle. Get off the grid and take to the back road with the dependability of Falcon tires. Check out fastwheels.ca. The family-owned company Helle Knives out of Norway are among the best in their business. They're built to last with quality craftsmanship since 1932. With the triple laminated stainless steel blade, it'll be sharp for when you need it the most. Handcrafted knives for every use in the field, from cleaning big game, butchering, and preparing your meat for the table. Look for a Helle knife dealer near you. 2 years ago, my wife Selena and I started working on the habitat for rabbits with some old, overgrown brush that was along the hillside of our farm. There was apple trees, lilac, and raspberry that we were going to leave behind to provide cover and food in the short term. What we had done was use old cedar rails to keep the pile up off the ground and give room for rabbits to run underneath. Then piled prickly ash on top really thick, as well as eastern red cedar on the very top for thermal cover. The rabbits only need a quick second to get into the pile away from any predators and would make for a good winter home. In the wintertime, I had set up a trail camera to monitor the area that we had done all the work in. It proved positive as the rabbits stuck around and fed on some of the branches that we had left on the ground. Not bad when 2 to 3 years ago we didn't even have rabbits around the farm. This is fantastic. The piles kept them well covered and away from any danger of yotes. I'll deal with them with traps in another episode. After the hunt with Dave in Essex County, I was excited to start working on my fence lines to pile up the brush and provide more cover. Tyrell and I left the grapevines intact so that they would grow thick and choke out any trees coming in. It would also be thick cover for the brush during the summer. In the selective clearing, we chose to leave wild raspberry, black cherry, and staghorn sumac providing food during the winter for the rabbits. I knew my rabbit population was going to climb in the springtime. A local farm was overrun with rabbits and was going to burn a pile of junk, so we set traps to keep them away from the pile and release them into my rabbitat. A total of 6 rabbits were trapped and moved to my farm to repopulate them. Let's cross our fingers and see how this makes out. In the springtime, we also started planting a variety of trees in rows from east to west. White cedar, Norway spruce, Scotch pine, serviceberry, and chokecherry were all the pick of this year. I put them in rows wide enough to allow the tractor to go between them so that we could provide instant cover with brush we had collected from previous trimmings. Using the forks of the Kubota, we strategically placed piles of brush for hunting purposes this coming winter. During the summer months, while maintaining some of our superbuck plots, we had exposed some nests and spotted a couple bunnies running around. We even spotted them on the trails. It was working. The trees from Paul are doing great, as well as the beans, CWTF turkey blend, and the peas that we had planted just for the rabbits. The rabbits continue to pop up all over the rabbitat. You can probably see the rabbit in the background. I've worked all winter for that. It's the first week of July, we're already seeing huge results. It's often hard to find an actual nursery that you can trust because a lot of chemicals can be used or improper planting. Bare root trees are extremely important to make sure you get good, healthy growth right from the beginning. This tree here I personally planted from Paul Richardson's farm 8 years ago, and it was a 2-year-old spruce tree when I got it. Now it's well over 15 feet. It's the springtime right now, and it's probably going to gain another 3 or 4. The only thing I do outside of planting these is to fertilize them once in the fall and once in the spring just to get them that growth. So I hope you learned something today from Richardson Pine Needle Farms. If you're planning on doing a restoration project or planting any type of shrub around a creek bottom or ponds that might be in the area to help your wildlife, I think it's important to check out Richardson Pine Needle Farms in order for you to get good healthy trees anywhere in Canada. Huckabones Equipment in Cobden, Ontario has received multiple excellence awards for service, quality, and selection when it comes to Kubota equipment in the Ottawa Valley. From excavators, compact tractors of all needs, and lawn tractors, I personally rely on my Kubota tractor to get the job done around my farm throughout the year. Huckabone's equipment goes the distance for customer satisfaction. Be sure to check out huckabones.com for a full lineup of tractors.